Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here with a part 2 to my self-taught beauty video. I wanted to put these back to back, so hopefully it worked out that way, but if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so you really seem to like my initial breakdown of Mandy, aka Self-Taught Beauty on YouTube. And in the comments section of that video, one of you pointed me to her community tab. And I usually look at community tabs. I don't know why I didn't think to on her channel. Some creators really utilize the community tab, some don't. I'm kind of in the middle where I'll post on there sometimes, but typically I just focus my energy towards creating content and actually putting videos out. So it just sort of depends on what that creator wants to do. Do they want to post pictures and, you know, do things that way and only post a few videos? Or me, I post once in a while on my community page. Sometimes it's pictures of Axel or, you know, just something like that. But literally all of my energy and time goes into filming videos, editing, and posting consistently. So to each is their own. There's no right or wrong way. Self-Taught Beauty, I'm just going to call her Mandy because she does go by her first name. It's not a secret. So Mandy posted a week ago on her community page, and I'll throw up the photo here. It's a picture of, I'm assuming maybe a backyard or a side yard with a fence and snow. So the caption says, I hope everyone is having an amazing day, and I have more spoilers to be posted, but at the moment I am frozen solid. I walked up here for internet to post this. The first question that I had was, I'm not sure if this is across the board, but for me, if I am on my cell phone, I don't have to have internet to access YouTube because I can use cellular data on my phone plan. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think that even if you have like a prepaid phone, you're still able to use cell towers, so you don't have to be connected to the internet. But let's see what else she has to say. With me having to spend everything I had on some materials and supplies to get the water done, that has left us in an extreme emergency to get gas to heat with. We are only on day 2 with no heat, and the snow from a couple of days ago. That was rude, Axel. That was rude. I'm kidding, come here. We are on day 2 with no heat, and the snow from a couple of days ago left us with nothing but ice. There is literally ice forming in the shed. I am trying to come up with the $20 needed for a propane tank, because in having bad health already and reading your comments, I do believe the kerosene is making it worse. If I get a smaller donation, I will still go for the kerosene, as bad as I would hate to, but the feeling of warmth is better than possibly getting hypothermia is what she's getting at, which I'm terrified of happening if we go another night with no heat. If anyone is able to donate, I will list my PayPal and Cash App below. It is truly needed and more appreciated than you will ever know, but please only donate if you are able. I will get back to your comments shortly. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I love you all, and we'll be back on shortly. And she lists her PayPal, Cash App. So I went on to the comments. I'm going to read some of these for you guys, but I'll preface this by saying, after reading all of these comments, my stance on whether this is legitimate, I've taken the kid gloves off that I had on in my last video, and I'm seeing things for what they are, unfortunately. And while I do believe that there have been life circumstances that have unfolded that have put her in a position where she is not living in a normal home or a normal, you know, apartment building or single family house, I do believe that part of it, but I also believe that in my opinion, there might be a severe mismanagement of the money that she's getting, because I just don't understand how a lot of these things have unfolded. And sharing these comments, you guys will probably see things around the same seat as I'm seeing them, but let's read some of the comments. Someone said, "How is she still getting by doing this? I'm sorry, but there is no reason for her to still be living like this. She has money for BoxyCharm, can go somewhere to upload videos, then she can get a job. I'm not a heartless person at all, but I'm sorry, to me, this seems like she's using people and trying to scam." And that was the one takeaway that I had in my last video, where if I were to ever be in a situation that was as unfortunate as this seems to be, I wouldn't be worried about makeup, hair care, skincare. I would be focusing all of my money, time, and energy to getting a job anywhere. You can work at a McDonald's, you can work at a grocery store, you can work at a gas station. Like, I understand where she is most likely a rural area, but there are still places that I'm sure you could get a job, even if it was part-time. So someone in the comments said that allegedly Ipsy sends her the box for free as part of PR. I have questions regarding that, because as far as Ipsy sending something in PR, let's talk about influencer engagement for a second. When it comes to companies sending you free products, most of those companies want to see that your reach and your engagement on whatever platform is your main platform. Most of those companies will want to see the back-end analytics and see that you're actually able to reach new people, because if your channel's not growing and your videos aren't getting very many views, then to them, that's not going to equate to finding new customers and creating new sales. So I do have questions about that. And evidently, as far as the BoxyCharm thing, she only does, spoiler alert, she doesn't get the box right now. So I don't know about that. But like I said, I didn't focus on her BoxyCharm and Ipsy videos, because that content to me is like watching paint dry. It's so boring. But either way, I still want to be worried about it, even if it was being sent to me. The next comment says, "If you have to walk somewhere to get internet to post on YouTube, check your emails, etc., how are you able to know when someone sends you money? Do you walk to the store every 30 minutes or so? Not being rude, just wondering." And there were two other people that said basically they were wondering the same thing. And my mind goes back to the cellular data thing. Maybe she has a device where she has to be connected to the internet, but that does seem very cumbersome to have to walk to a destination to get internet access. But that's just me. The next person said, "I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but why would you try and pay money to install plumbing in a shed? Not only have I felt like this has been a scam going on long enough, the amount of people that I have seen read and donating to help you is crazy. Yeah, I see almost every time you upload a video, you're pandering to your audience to donate more. For someone who claims to not have any money, how do you have money to pay for your subscription boxes?" And I guess we cleared that up. Allegedly, she doesn't pay for them. So if you are surely living so poorly, your money should be spared and directed into more important necessities. Not only that, but a lot of your story just doesn't add up and somehow changes every time you bring it up. And then she alleges that there's some sort of substance going on. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because I have no idea, and I don't want to pin that on somebody when I don't have the evidence to back up the claims. Someone else said scam. The next person says, "Man, she has been dealing with this for 6 months, and I can't think of any reason it would take that long to get a job. I'm not saying this because I'm heartless. I have lived homeless in Ohio before mine was due to addiction. She doesn't seem to do anything different. All the people give her and still no change in her circumstances. It's unreal. After 6 months, people still contribute. There are free vouchers here in Ohio for IDs for her and her boys. She has 2 sons. Yet she says she still does not have one. I've been following her channel for 3 years, and there's always something going on. You guys are enabling her. She said it's not addiction, but that's between her and the good Lord above. All 3 of them are old enough to get a job. These next few comments get into the things that have been donated to her and not shown. So whether that was money that was supposed to go towards a product or actual products that were sent to her, there's no answers. And I always say, if you're giving a YouTuber a donation or, a gift or something, there is an obligation to be transparent with your audience. And if you're not being transparent and you're not addressing it, then people will start to believe that the money is being misused, or you just really don't care about things that people are sending you. Mandy, could you post a picture or a video of the materials you've bought for the water? Instead, you're showing snow. Show us what you're doing and what you're spending our money on. Show us the propane you were able to buy today and the heater it's being used in. This lady is not playing. People who care have spent a lot, so you should be okay. And that's the thing. This has been a prolonged period of time. We're not talking about 2 or 3 weeks where things got hard and she just hasn't given answers. If it was such a short amount of time, I would absolutely cut her some slack. And I would also say that these people are just being way too hard on her, but that's just not the case. Not showing any of the things makes it seem very shady. Send a case of insulation foam you haven't even used. So that's not good. People offering you jobs and she doesn't want a job, she just wants money. I mean, these people are just offering her endless answers on how to help herself and how to find resources and utilize those resources, and it just kind of falls on deaf ears. So unless you want to send a PayPal or a Cash App, it's sort of like you're talking to a brick wall. And in my opinion, if you feel that way with a YouTuber and you feel like you're being scammed or not ever appreciated, then I would consider, who are you spending your social media currency on? I hate that I use that word so much, but it's so valid, because at the end of the day, everyone needs to remember that minutes viewed, ads viewed, is money going into that YouTuber's pocket. So if you really disagree with it, stop watching the videos. That's step 1. Step 2 would be to maybe talk to other people, see if you all have the same opinion. And if you do, then leave that person's channel and act like they don't exist, But my heart does go out to the people who have sent her either items or money and they feel like they were scammed. That my heart breaks for people like that, because we're in a time where people don't have $20 to spare. They don't have, $5 to spare. That could be gas so that they could get to work tomorrow. And then you have someone here building a storyline or pandering, as that other person said, where it's a consistent need for donations. Someone else said, Mandy, didn't you say your shed was on the same property where your house burned down? And I gathered that as well from watching a couple of her videos. So that is what she said. That's what I gathered. So at one point there was electricity running to the pole outside. Are you able to get that electricity turned back on and then use a long extension cord from the pole to your shed and put a space heater instead of burning kerosene or propane in an enclosed space? Nobody responded to it, but, again, people giving ideas and giving solutions and nothing. Hey, what happened to the propane heater we bought you? It's just, it really makes my heart sore, because you see these people saying, hey, I don't have a lot, but I just sent you X number of dollars. And you know that the person sending it could actually be utilizing that to help pay for dinner or pay their own electric bill or whatever the case. It just makes me sad. Yeah, this is sad, you guys. Like, someone said, hope you're okay. I sent you a little, hope it helps. Sent a little something, please stay warm, go to a shelter if you need. She doesn't want to, clearly. Like, that's not on her agenda. Call the police to get help if things get desperate. Like, that's not what she's here for, guys, like, in my opinion. And that person that she sent $10, and someone else said, I truly hope you follow like a lot of us for over a year. It just doesn't add up. You are enabling. If her kids were truly disabled, he would qualify for disability services. A lot of people have donated, yet she never shows any of it. It's a straight scam, and people like you are getting taken advantage of. Someone else said it's a scam. She's a big time scammer. It's really easy to lie about your life situation to strangers. Someone else sent her a few dollars. And anyone that's donating, the other people that have made their decision are saying this is a scam. Like, please don't send her money and all of this kind of stuff. Like, and then the last comment says, I don't have much to give, but something is better than nothing. Do you have blankets? A way to cook a meal, food? And then someone else said she has everything, she doesn't want it, she gets an EBT card, she has food, she's a con artist. It just makes me sad. And this goes back to how I feel about MLM Huns and the manipulation that goes into obtaining money from other people. I don't like it, and I'll always call it out, whether it's this YouTuber or this MLM Hun or this beauty guru. This does not sit well in my soul. And it's like what I said before, if this is her actual situation, then she needs to not pander and ask for donations, and her content should transition to more of an upfront and honest look at, this is how I'm living, these are my conditions, this is what I'm doing to make it better for myself, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey. But there needs to be a lot more transparency here. People send you money. Okay, what are you spending the money on? Where are the things that are being sent to you? How are you spending your time, finding a job to make your situation better for you? Anytime I see something that is just shrouded in questions and, basically non-believers, I always want to give the person the benefit of the doubt. But it also goes back to how I've always said, people who watch YouTube are not dumb. And a lot of YouTubers treat their audience like they are dumb, and that is the most frustrating thing to witness. People aren't dumb. They're going to pick up on your habits, what you say, what you don't say, and eventually they're going to call it like they see it. So it's better as a YouTuber to just come to the platform, be honest, share what you want to share, and don't lie. And what are my 2 rules that I always say for being a creator on YouTube? Don't be an asshole and don't lie. And if you're doing those 2 things and you're being your genuine self, then, I think YouTube is pretty cool. It's a good little hobby for me, little side hustle. I absolutely love it. But I also made a decision that when I started making content, I was not going to lie, and I was not going to be an asshole. And so far, I've had a couple little, side things happen. But as far as my relationship with my subscribers, it is beyond what I could have ever asked for. So either way, that's my part 2 to this video. I really wanted to share this with you guys. Anytime you come across a YouTuber and you consume their content and you feel like they are expecting too much from their subscribers and they are trying to take advantage of that creator subscriber relationship, if you feel that way, I would see the door. And that applies to any YouTuber. You do not deserve to be taken advantage of. You do not deserve to be ripped off or conned or lied to. Your time and your viewership is worth so much more. So I would give it to those who make you feel good and want you to be there, and don't ask for money and all of this like side stuff that is just really bizarre. So either way, those are my final thoughts. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.